The time has come to make a move. You want to get into the college football playoff, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Welcome to venerable Bobby Dodd Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, home of the rambling wreck of Georgia Tech. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the BYU Cougars, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Yellow Jackets will boot it away to start the game. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. His man on the left. Still running at the 40. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Well, what's the point in waiting? Why not get one of your best players involved in the game right off the bat? They take a shot, their big target outside, shows off his athletic ability, and right away this offense is humming.
Grab behind the line. It's Ryan. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12, and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska, once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big 10 too. These conferences also recruit in similar areas too. So this game is interesting, David, because a lot of these players, they're familiar with each other from high school.
Yeah, and I tell you, and he makes the catch inside the 25. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. We knew coming in that they wanted to push the ball down the field, and they waste no time getting at it.
Yeah, and I love that, man. I love being aggressive early, setting a tone, sending a message to my team. Listen, we're going to attack down the field. You better be ready for it. This offense comes out, gets the big completion way down the middle of the field.
They'll run it. Gets it inside the 10. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Cougars!
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise on the opening drive. Nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Takes the handoff, it's Haynes. The tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today. You know, it's hard enough just to catch passes in college football, but to do it while also being cognizant of where you are in the field and making sure you get a foot down inbounds, that's really impressive.
They go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
A really good play by this defense. Seeing it, attacking it, going and getting it. Obviously, they're running the RPO. They weren't fooled. They played the run, came up, made a nice tackle, got the running back on the ground.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, it's King. Just a short pass to the tight end. Running with some authority as he bangs his way to the 43.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
The Yellow Jackets look to keep this drive humming. Looking to throw on 1st down. Takes a hit as he fires. Finds his big tight end. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
Kind of like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab on the left. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
Quarterback's ability to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point is good. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Hagan. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Bringing the heat. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
It'll be 3rd and long. Wants to throw again. Pulls it in. It's Hagan. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires to the wideout. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Using his legs, it's Haynes. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
Scanning the field, it's King. Grab near the sticks, it's Rutherford. And he's brought down after a nice gain. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Might be changing the route. To the air on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Taking it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And that is such a veteran play by that defender. In cover 0, he knows the quarterback's going to have to get rid of the football quickly, so he's getting ready to jump anything that's going to be underneath. He does just that. Great job with the speed. Nice job reeling it in for the INT.
Wants to go up top on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. He's taking the shot. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, BYU!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. It's King. Oh, they're after him. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
He might want another play. Looking downfield on first down. Looking for a deep man. He's got it inside the 30. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they got it down to the 23.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the Yellow Jackets are marching down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Got some room to run. The 20. Inside the touchdown Cougars. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Handoff from the shotgun. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
That's caught. It's Rutherford. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Let's go! Let's go! Running back searching for a hole. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking for a man. It's King. Here's a heat. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you've just got to take off and get it.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
Man, another negative play for this offense. You've had the turnovers. You're throwing in the sacks. Like, they've got to do something better. They got to protect their quarterback, and they got to take care of the football. There's step 1 and 2.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The Yellow Jackets send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. looking to throw on first down. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
I know that shot down the field was incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement. They're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them. So I would keep taking deep shots down the field.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. BYU right back to the line. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Good timing on the quick out. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Hauls it in with one hand. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Wants to throw on first down. That's reeled in. It's Ryan. They'll immediately call timeout.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking downfield, and time is running short. Unloads it left. Got his man. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Snap in the shotgun. Going for 6. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag beside the quarterback, and this might be a roughing call. An ill-advised play by that defender as he makes contact with the quarterback well after the throw, and it'll cost his defense. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking to throw. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. BYU will try to boot it deep to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
That's a bit of a gut punch if you're the offense, because you went in at halftime, you made your adjustments, you're feeling good about your game plan coming here in the second half, and right away you throw an interception to the defense.
Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Caught in the backfield. It's Hagan. Oh, he's got some space. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business for the 1st and goal.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, BYU. Quick strike through the air for the score. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, it has gone final in that fascinating Pac-12 matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Auburn is going to get out of Dodge with a win. It's a shave that might have been a little closer than Tigers fans wanted, but a road victory feels great no matter what the final score is. Pac-12 football at its finest, gentlemen. Just when you think you have things figured out, a game like this happens.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. To the air, it's King. Here comes the heat. And down he goes back at the 3.
There's an example of a dude getting beat one-on-one with his quarterback getting closer and closer to his end zone, man. That's scary.
And the Yellow Jackets with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most.
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Got room on the return. He'll go out of bounds at the 4-yard line, and he almost had a pick six.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
They are so close to a score, they can smell it on the first play of the drive. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area you've got to bow up. Nice job on first down stopping. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
They'll send the back in motion. Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. Grinding and pushing his way, and man, he got behind his pads, but they get him stopped just inches away from the goal line.
And how about the response from this defense? Put in a horrible situation, horrible field position. Jesse, they bowed their necks 3 times in a row.
Yeah, and it's a sudden change situation, and they practice that all week. You never know when they're going to come up, but you have to have guys on the field playing with a sense of urgency. This has been awesome defensively.
The play action fake. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. The 50. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And talk about a turn of events. 4th and goal. The defense is able to step up They're not just going to swat this thing away, force the incompletion to get the offense back on the field. No, they're picking it off, and they're taking it all the way back for a touchdown. If they win this game, you're going to point back to that play right there as the play that made the difference.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun. Quickly complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Oh, he wants it all. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, the defense hasn't been able to stop this guy all game long, so the offense is going to keep trying to take shots. They thought they had the matchup they wanted, but they're going to force this defense to prove they can stop him. The defense finally came up with a play.
BYU will bring the punt team on the field. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. He couldn't find much running room there, didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. The defense made a play with that interception to set them up. Now to see if they can cash it in. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. The best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
Finds his big tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
The Yellow Jackets are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's Kane. Rushes on him. Caught near the sticks. It's Rutherford. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down.
That's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
To the air on first down. Now improvising. On the run, deep down the right side. He's got it along the sideline. So close to that end zone, he could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw it.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They'll try to pop the draw.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Roberts. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. We've reached the break. BYU is on top. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Back to pass. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
The Cougars come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Hagan. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. The Cougars are moving quickly down the field. Motion from the wide receiver. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Finds his tight end. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a dub.
Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
The crowd elevating its energy, willing this defense to get a stop on this big 3rd down. Got it behind the line. It's Hagan. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here.
And that is big time, late in the game, that you can trust your quarterback to still throw the football because you know it's only a few more first downs, and this one's over. Nice to have a guy like that you can trust.
Caught in the backfield, it's Hagan. They'll say he stepped out of bounds right at the 17.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Grabbed behind the line, it's Roberts. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you can tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for us.
And the 3rd down pass is knocked away by the knee.
You know, timing is so important in the RPO game, especially on 3rd down. Quarterback and receiver just didn't have it there. Now it's 4th down.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Absolutely perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Virginia is being brought out back behind the woodshed right now. This is cover your eyes, hug your loved ones territory. A real shame. They're trailing by 14 to Georgia. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Dropping back, it's Kane. Pressure coming. And as he throws, just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
He wants to change this route. To the air on 2nd down. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage And they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
The short hands, it's Patterson. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
And the Yellow Jackets have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to keep it in the air. Pulls it in. It's Rivers. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
About a little time, lets it go. Makes the catch. It's Haynes. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Gets rid of it. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior.
Well, they're not able to hook up on that throw, but they need to score now. At this juncture of the game, this late in the game, they need a touchdown, they need an onside kick recovered, and they need to score again. If
looking for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion now setting up 3rd down, you've still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the 1st down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Nearly another interception. It'll be 2nd down.
And that is a play you've got to make as the defender. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got a chance to secure the win with the interception, and you put it on the ground. Missed opportunity.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to throw, it's King. Under fire. Lets it go to the end zone. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they still have a chance.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you've got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 31-28. Just over 50 seconds to go. They're trying to pull off a comeback, and they'll need to get this onside kick to do it. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Now we've got a little game pressure, and we'll see how the offense responds in a 3-point game, Jesse.
I can't wait to see this quarterback and how he's going to be able to handle that pressure, David. How will he respond in this situation?
Man, just knowing, listen, I'm only up by 3 now. If I can make this a 2-score game, I can almost put this away in the 4th quarter.
BYU will try to use every second on this clock. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And on fourth down, they'll come up and take a knee.